Hi, welcome back to Terminally
Bald.
Bald. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have anything to drink.
Oh, we didn't even.
I forgot.
That's how. Oh, I'm not on it today. I didn't tell him to get a drink. Well, I'm gonna drink my water.
You've been traveling.
I know.
I went to go visit B and Alex. Y'all flew out and stayed with your sister in Tucson.
We're really squeezing this intro in. It's Thursday evening. We're supposed to post this tomorrow morning.
Well, we have a guest speaker. That's why.
We do.
Speaker, one of my best friends since I was 11 years old.
Aww.
Mr. Garner is doing a great storyteller. He's good. He's fun. It was entertaining. You know, I was laughing because you weren't here to be my sound man, and so we did it. We did it, and I was like, when we were done, I was playing it back. I was like, dang man, you didn't speak loud enough. I could hardly hear you. And then I realized I never turned his microphone on. We had to do it again. We had to do it all over again.
I am the sound tech, the video tech,
and
he FaceTime. I'm the producer.
Yeah.
He FaceTimed me because he had recorded with two friends this week, and he had two friends come visit me, and my mom were out of town. I was in Arizona visiting my sibling, and then Alex also came for a little bit, and I stayed longer. I got back. I got back in last night at like 11:30, so I'm tired to say the least. I did come home to my new glasses that I really like, and my new shoes that I wore that I'm not wearing right now.
Great. I'm glad you paid for them.
Yeah. I did. Well, I paid for the shoes. I didn't pay for the glasses.
I'm
kidding. Unemployed. Otherwise, I would have paid for
You're still under my insurance until next year.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be on. I don't want to talk about it. Like, hopefully I'll have my own insurance.
Not to change subject, but I'm really excited because I have been working on the every year we have a golf tournament. The Sumakais do. This is our 33rd year.
Dang, that's crazy.
Something like that. 33rd or I forget. Anyway, but for the last 20, this will be the 25th year. I always did a CD. I do a mixed CD for my DJ days. I do, I'd edit and do certain cuts for songs and all that. So it's the 25th year. So the 25th year, I'm doing a 3 CD set. Mm-hmm. But when you have to do those for 60-something people, it's a lot of work. In fact, it's funny because I used to do a CD, but nobody has a CD player.
That's so sad.
So now, give me that right there. Give me those.
Little jump drive?
Just the whole thing. Just the whole.
Oh, the whole tray?
No, just hold me the whole tray.
Okay.
And so you guys look at this. I have to burn the CDs into a jump drive. As you can see, this is a jump drive that goes in a computer or their car. And so I'm very nice.
And the thing is, even now, USB is getting more scarce. Like, I feel like all Apple products like USB-C, which is so crazy.
I know.
Like, when are we going to stop this madness?
True.
I do think, while you were talking, I do think it's funny, though, that you recorded with your friend, and you were like, I can't hear you, and it's because you could hear him only in your microphone, because you didn't turn his mic on. But he would FaceTime me to record with one of his friends. Who was it?
Well, I told you the story, but you have to tell everybody now about the mic?
Well, you already said it.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah, you exposed yourself.
Sorry. Anyway.
But I'm saying he FaceTimed me because he had another friend visiting.
Yes.
And it's, imagine me trying to explain to a 61-year-old man through FaceTime, like, how to open, even just to click the mouse on my Apple computer. Because, Apple's, like, not the set left and right key.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, you have to click on the left. And both of them were like, I was like, you just have to feel it out. Which, it is confusing. I do see that. But it's just funny. I'm like, okay, you got to find the little arrow on the bottom right. And then you got to click this. And then I had to have him, like, FaceTime me and, like, zoom in on the
I have trouble with the Apple computer, but anyway,
they are weird. If you don't know them, then
so before you change subject, so my music I'm doing this year, I did 3 CDs. I did one is just listening, which we do different songs we used to listen to at the fraternity house, just not dancing or rock songs, it was just regular songs. And the second one is a rock and roll, where I have a rock mix together, a bunch of rock and roll songs, and the last one is Marv's Funkin' Dance CD. So I did some mixes I did back in the day and stuff like that. So it's fun. I enjoy making them. Hopefully they like it. Anyway, that aside.
Are you gonna put your AI song on it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you put it on Facebook?
It's Friday, yo. I put it out there. I think 40 people listen to it. But
I have not stopped hearing that song today.
Well, listen.
Little country Friday, yo song. But it's actually crazy because it sounds like a written, produced song.
It's funny because it's an app I used, and all I did was I load up my lyrics, and I wanted to be a country version and a slower country song, and it turned out, I just can't believe it's obviously a computer generated music and voice, but man, y'all listen to it. I'm telling you right now. I mean, not so much. I like my words, but the words were not as they come together with the song. The guy's voice, man.
What's the app called? Maybe they'll sponsor us.
Kumo? I don't know my phone.
How do you spell it?
I think it's SUMO.
SUMO.
Sumo. I think.
Oh, Sumo. Okay.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, his phone. We have his phone.
I got it right now. Let me see. I got this. It is, and I quote, it's called, hang on, I gotta find it. Yes, Suno, S-U-N-O.
Oh, S-U-N-O.
S-U-N-O. Anyway, it's an awesome app, man. You can write all kind of lyrics and put it out, and it does a song. Does a slow song, funk song, jam song, rock song.
How did you find out about it?
It's Friday, yo.
Uh-huh. How did you find out about it?
One of the neighbors told me about it because they heard my poem, my Friday Yo poem I do every Friday on the Facebook.
Every Friday.
You know, you can turn those lyrics into songs. And I started looking back at my notes in my phone, and I started writing these little poems and these little write-ups things since 2020. 2020.
You said that earlier.
For 5 years, and I've got like
wow.
hundreds of them. I just saved them all. Some I never released out or put out on the Facebook. But anyway, it was fun. So yeah, it's exciting. Listen, Mr. Garner is our guest today, and let me tell you something. Mr. Garner is running for a county commissioner, or counselor, for I think four. What's it? District 4.
District 4, and where?
Anyway, in Opelika, Alabama.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. He is such a good, level-headed man. He got me out of so much trouble when we were growing up.
I'm sure.
I mean, really, he's always been responsible. I mean, I pulled him on the dark side a little bit, but not a lot. It was just enough for him to go, y'all get away with this crap.
A little bit of rebellion is all right.
Yes. But I am so excited, and he's going to win because he's just so good and so good for you guys. You better vote on him. If you can't vote on him and you're not in the area, go online to Facebook and send him some money for his campaign. I support him totally. You're going to enjoy the interview with him. We tell some stories about things we did as kids. It's fun. I mean, these are the kind of things I think Luca will enjoy. My grandson will get to watch this when he's old enough, 15 years from now, and watch some of these stories about his grandfather. And then,
I know.
It's fun to me, especially the good people.
How long was he here for?
You're all good.
He's like only the good people.
Trip came in on Friday and left Sunday. We even, he was a scholarship runner. He ran scholarship at Mississippi College, and he got me up to run on Sunday. So we went and did 4 miles.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
So you ran in the neighborhood or outside the neighborhood?
I had to slow him down. I'm running like 10-minute miles. He was running he runs around. He's like 8-minute miles. So he didn't mind. He slowed down for me. He understood.
Well, I know of course he wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
He's going to pace himself for you.
Yeah. So, I enjoyed that conversation. Also, Neil Nash came in, and he also was on the podcast. I got to release his interview. Another good one. He's a younger Sigma Chi, not way younger, but I think 4 or 5 years younger.
He's
than me.
like 22.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, listen, we've been doing this golf tournament since 1990, 91, give or take, and we now have some kids that are 25 years old.
No way.
They come along and hang out with us. So we have 60 to 70 golfers. It's fun, man.
That's cool, though. I think that's cool that there's people like fresh out of college that are going. That just shows how tight-knit it all is.
Well, you think about all the men I hang out with that we've stuck together for 40 plus years. I mean,
but it also makes sense, like the nephew of an alumni, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just family members of alumni that go, and then they try and get their family member to go.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Man, you got to spread the love. Got to be sweet. Keep your friends. Take care of your friends.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah, it was sad. Those that watched this week.
You keep whistling
Florida
a little bit.
State.
It's like I hear it in my ear.
Sorry. But the Florida State shooting today, it's...
Oh, yeah. That's awful.
Man, what a world, guys. Come on.
I know.
Come on. That kid, what was he going through?
I hope those people are okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So anyway.
The world's in chaos.
Yeah, but right now
needs help.
Right now we're God blessed. Everything's going good. Everything's going great.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's turn this over to Mr. Garner.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say, talk about?
Nothing pressing, just that
really?
I'm tired. I start my new job on Tuesday.
I'm proud of you.
My
Good job.
training is like going to be 2 hours on Zoom, and then I have to do coursework, and then I have no idea what my schedule looks like outside of that. But we'll still be recording. We'll still be posting.
Yeah.
Plenty of stories to share still.
I trimmed the side of my beard today. Oh, hello.
Whoa, that was a cool noise.
I like doing this.
And I get so mad at him whenever he does this.
Whenever we're trying to test out the sound, he's like immediately turns it
down. I'm like, Dad, we need to make sure that the sound is working.
Right? It's you're like a little kid. Like I love it.
I know.
But it annoys me.
Okay,
like I love you so much. Though.
I'm sorry. I love you.
No, you can.
No. I'm done.
You already started it.
I'm done. It's okay. All right.
Is it even
guys,
right?
Have a great,
Is the pitch correct?
Happy Friday.
There we go. We're good now.
Yeah.
We're back.
Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, it's Friday, yo.
It's Friday, yo. So
you should do like a spoken poetry like of your Friday, yo poem like next week.
No, I've already planned on this. We're going to do a podcast where I'm going to talk about all the people that have inspired me through my whole life. I got a ton of people, man. Mm-hmm. I just got to make sure I don't leave anybody out.
Yeah.
There's people that go.
I also feel like you've touched on that and a lot of them.
I have a lot of respect, but anyway, I'm excited to do that one. Gonna plan that one out, but anyway,
okay.
We gotta go.
Well, we love you guys. Thank you for watching. Yep. We post every Friday at 9 a.m.
Yes. Become a subscriber.
Yeah. Keep watching. Keep clicking if you like.
We love responses for people that say, "Hey, this is good. This is bad," or whatever. We don't care. We can take the heat.
I can't take the heat, but he can take the heat.
I may have to cut your paycheck, but other than that.
My producer, sound tech, video tech.
Yeah. All right,
paycheck is very big. Sorry, anyways. Okay, ready? Yep. We love you guys. Peace, love, funk, and roll. Bye.
Hey, greetings. Happy Friday, everybody. I got a really special guest in the house. One of my longest friends for many, many years from Opelika, Alabama.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Mr. Trip Garner.
Glad to be here.
Yes, you should be.
Enjoying some Mitchell time.
Yes, I know. Listen, we fixed your microphone because I screwed up on the microphone a little bit. So now it's perfect.
I tried to tell him.
You don't have to speak as loud now. Seriously.
I'm just
see
kidding.
This right here?
Way better.
It gets red?
Much better.
Yeah, much better. So you can heal yourself. But anyway, Trip, Mr. Garner, drove down from Opelika to see me for the weekend.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good man.
Great weather.
Yes, we went fishing today.
Went fishing, fed the fish.
Mr. Joe Vitaliano.
Didn't catch a bite.
No, we didn't catch.
We're bad.
But we had fun. Weather was great. But no, it's a fun drive down, isn't it?
Not really. I'm just kidding. No, it was worth it coming down. I got caught in about 18 school zones, I think.
Oh, man, going through Ocala is the worst. I mean, it really is. It's the worst. Sometimes it's like frustrating how it can get kind of crazy. But no, but man, I'm glad you're on the podcast. I wanted to talk about some old stories and things we've done before. And of course, we did so much together. Since we met in junior high school, we were, I don't know, is it 10, 11, 12 years old?
Probably. Yeah, like
that range.
1976, 77.
Yeah. So we did so much together. In middle school, we played middle school football together. Mm-hmm. We played midget league football. We played Red Sox baseball. We played church league basketball. Good times.
Yeah.
Really good times. Go ahead.
I blocked a few of your shots in that church league, I think.
Nah, you never blocked my shot. You're only like 2 feet taller than me, so don't brag.
I wouldn't just play it. I was never out front to cover people like you. I had to stand down in the lane. John
L. made me chase all the fast people around. Go get him, Jay.
Yeah.
I remember there were times where he would make me man on man. Everybody else played the zone.
Yeah.
He made me chase the guy around.
The better player on the other team.
Yeah. No.
Oh, y'all had Cole Haynes.
Yeah. Cole Haynes.
We forgot about that. You had Cole and Bruce Rogers, Mark Oliver, John Fuller.
Philip Traylor.
Y'all were good.
Yeah.
Mark and John L. Jackson.
I love playing with Mark.
John L. Mitchell, I'm sorry.
Mark was a good athlete.
Yeah.
Mark Oliver was a good athlete. God rest his soul. That was some good time. You remember we talked about it earlier today, but we both made All-Stars, and we played for the Red Sox, and got to travel and play the All-Star games, and that was fun. I think you broke your hand.
I did. I broke my small finger in the middle of a game.
Oh man, I remember that.
Took a pickoff play at second base, and the guy slid into me, and he was out. I turned around and started pulling on my finger, thinking it was jammed. By the end of the game, I couldn't squeeze the bat.
And Dr. Haynes took a look at your finger in the stands. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember in the All-Star game. I think I told you a story too. I didn't start, but I made the All-Star team. And so anyway, long story short, late in the game, we're winning, and Coach, I'm up to bat. Got to go in, and Coach Meadows gave me the bunt signal because I was a pretty good bunter. I was really good. I scored a lot of runs in the regular season. So, I scored an RBI and got thrown out at first. And, of course, I come running in, and all the guys in the dugout are like, good job, Jackie. Good job.
We were excited.
And I was like, man, he made me bunt. I wanted to hit the ball. But, no, Coach, who's our coaches again?
Rainer Meadows and Tut Barrett.
Yes, two good men.
Yeah, they're still in town. Touching and Turning, and Coach Meadows, he was a banker, but do you remember Victory Designs?
Yeah.
The apparel and sporting goods.
Right.
Tim Gore and Homer McCullum had originally started it.
Yeah.
They sold it to Rayner, and Rayner runs. He's taking it to a higher level. They're online. You can do all kinds of things there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you heard, my brother here, Trip Garner, is running for councilman, city council.
Yeah, Ward 4 City Council in Opelika.
Vote for him because he's the best man for it.
I need your help.
I believe it so much. I gave him money.
Yeah.
I sent him some money. So if you're not in the area, you're not going to be able to vote, send some money.
Yep.
Mr. Garner could use it to up his.
Use it.
Yep.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? I don't doubt you're going to be the best man for the job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So
you're biased, but that's okay.
No, I know you. I know you're a good man, and that's all that matters. You know, you're going to do what's best for the community, which is important. But that aside, we'll talk about a little bit embarrassing moment for me. As I remember, we Coach Lamb was our midget. Junior high football coach. He was the track coach, and he left to go to Mississippi College, and you were given a scholarship to go to Mississippi College. So you were cross country, right? And what was your race? What was the fast thing you ran?
Well, in cross country, we all ran the same distance, but my love or my better race was the steeplechase in track. Yeah, 1,500 and 3,000 meter steeplechase.
So you guys were traveling because I was at school at Troy. Mm-hmm. I was in a fraternity.
You're in the same conference. We were in the same conference.
Yes, we're in the same conference. And I remember you came to town for a meet, and I knew you were going to be there. And, of course, we had a fraternity party that Friday night before the Saturday meet, and I decided I was going to go say hey to Trip at 1 a.m.
Yeah, we were all staying in a dorm-type setting below an old gym, like in a basement. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, do you want me to tell this?
Yeah,
1 o'clock in the morning, we hear this banging on the door. And I knew who it was. I could recognize it. Trip, come out. Where's Trip? And woke up all the rest of the team. Coach Lamb goes out, tells him probably a few words, but get out of here. And
I was like, oh, hey, Coach Lamb, I was just trying to see Trip. Go. I said, yes, sir. I left. And, of course, it was embarrassing. But the next day.
The next morning, we got up early to go to the race. We went by Jackie's house to try to wake him up. Give him a little taste of his own medicine, and he was feeling knocked out pretty good. And he didn't hardly remember us coming by, but he did show up for the race. He came by to watch me run, watch the rest of the team run, and my parents both came down from Opelika where they were there, and he goes up to say hey to him. Of course, they half raised Jackie, and my dad tells Jackie, "You smell like a brewery."
I went, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. See you later.
I'm going to get out of here now. Yeah, I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
But, you know, the fact is, I loved you enough that I, obviously wanted to come see you run and see you that night. It was embarrassing because, I learned some lessons.
Yeah. But you think about it, how hard that was for us to coordinate back then with no cell phones and things like that.
No,
that was pretty proud of us, actually.
I mean, when I went down there to wake you up, I wasn't thinking the invasion that it really was. I just figured I'd tap you on the shoulder, say, hey, give you a hug, and you get back in bed, go to sleep. But I obviously didn't know how to be quiet. I'd had 72 beers or something.
Nowadays, you could have texted me and I would have walked outside.
That's true nowadays. Yeah. But no, that was fun. And then, of course, so many good times we had. I remember when we were little kids, we'd do sleepovers. Yep. And I remember we did a sleepover one night, and you guys loved dogs. Your whole family had 5 or 6 dogs that came in and out of the house.
Had a dog.
Didn't you have a dog door then come in and out of the house? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a dog door in the door. And I just remember it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up, and I'm covered with fleas. They were eating me alive. And I was like, what the crap? And you roll over and go, what fleas? We don't have any fleas in the house. They didn't bite the Garners. They didn't know what, they didn't bite y'all. They were chewing me up. And I remember going into your bathroom, filling up the tub with hot water and just soaking down in it, trying to avoid getting eat up. And you were laughing at me like, you act like I'm losing my mind. I was like,
it was one flea guy.
But they wouldn't even land it on any of y'all. No, but that was just funny.
That was a nuisance.
That's a fact though. Fleas are mosquitoes avoid certain people's blood or whatever. And I'm just, my whole life, my sisters too, we've talked about this before, we get eat up, fleas, ticks, anything's in the area, mosquitoes. They go for us. I don't know if it's our blood type or whatever. I don't really know, but it was it scared me to death, and it was a pain in the butt. But anyway, that aside, it was fun. And
you're sweeter than me.
We did I know. Yeah, we did so many fun things because I remember, Nathan Palmer living next door, and we hung out with him a lot. And he's a younger guy. Yeah. I know we're Facebook friends, and Nathan and I.
He's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
His mom and dad have raised us.
Yes, true. And we just do all these things because you had a basketball goal at the end of your dead end street. We shot hoops, and we used to play kick the can and did all these things running around. We threw football, flashlight,
wiffle ball.
Right. Yep, and had so much fun. And everybody hung out at the Garners. And the Garners, you guys you were in a fun spot. Your house is right behind the high school.
Yeah, you could hear the train tracks between us and the high school. I walked to school.
Yes. It was fun though. But
the lights from the stadium lit up our backyard.
Yep, I remember that too. I was going to talk about. We played Midget League football. Of course, you were on a different team.
Yep, I was on the Giants.
Yeah, you were a quarterback.
I was a big, tall quarterback.
Who was your coach?
Oh,
you don't remember?
Freeman? Was it Freeman?
Oh, really? Freeman?
Rick Freeman, maybe?
Rusty McDonald was our coach.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Friends with him. The first coach I had was Plaguey, Ray Plaguey. You remember
that name.
Him and his son, and Ray Plaguey was a hard ass.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, he was tough because he quit coaching and started refereeing the games. Remember that? And I remember I was a captain on the team, and he was the ref, and we were playing a game, and something happened, and I had to just make a choice, and I'm looking to my coach, the sideline, tell me what to do. Call the penalty, deny it, and Ray Plaguey turned my face mask and looked at me and says, "You're captain. You make the decision." And I was like, "Yes, sir." And I guessed. My coach said, "Good guess. You did right."
Yeah.
I did right. Because I was like, "What?"
Learned on the fly.
He was just being a hard ass because I was just looking at the coach, which is allowed. Tell me, coach, what you want to do. Those are fun times, though, man. Those are so much fun. We had a good time.
Remember being on the rec council with you, and Tim Gore started all that.
Yep.
Friday night drop in.
Spring Villa. So we were first elected. Or Tim Gore handpicked the people in the council. We got picked with a bunch of other people, all good people. So we are the team that started the Friday night drop in at the rec, which meant Friday night, which is a social event. I DJ'd it. We had the basketball court was open.
Ping pong,
all the games. And just come in and hang out from 7 to 10. Yep. And it was so funny. At 10 p.m., everybody's landing out, waiting to be picked up outside. The cars coming in to pick us up. And it was so much fun, man. I just loved that. It was
a cool idea.
I remember I got a text message from Lella Carl, and she told me that she said that the drop-in helped her adjust because she was moving from a different school into Opelika, and it helped her adjust and move in. I thought that was so sweet, You don't realize some of these things that you do, that how much they affect people. And that was just a fun time for us, but a lot of people appreciate it. And then we started the Valentine's dance.
Valentine's, and we tried to think of everything, lots of things, so people could do whatever they wanted to do. If you didn't feel like dancing, you could play ping pong. If you wanted to go foosball,
shoot basketball,
and just about anything.
You remember we played wiffle ball in the gym. Remember that?
Yep.
And if you hit the back ball, it was a home run.
Yeah.
Yes. And I just remember, so in the ceiling of the gym, it had those panels, and they broke. We broke them with the ball, and they smelled like
bad.
Yes. Remember that? See the stuff you remember? I was like going, what? Who put this up there? But it was made of the chemicals in it were made
whatever it was to be a soundproofer or dampening.
Yes. That was fun though. We had so much good time there. That was a good time. But so to go back to the rec center, so your family had your family reunion every year at Spring Villa.
Spring Villa.
And the haunted house Spring Villa. Y'all would sleep there, and there were other cabins to sleep in right out there.
There was a guy killed there, the slave owner, the plantation owner.
Yes, on the steps.
For real.
And people pick a spot and go, this is where the blood spilled.
Yeah.
And you remember we did we to raise money for whatever, we did the haunted house, and we were all the participants in the haunted house. Tim Gore was the Frankenstein. You played another part too. Did you rotate?
Just a scary, just a scary character running around.
Yeah, and I was what called a host. I led people through it, and I just remember it was so crazy. We went in that one room. It was a bedroom. I'd gather everybody in the group. I'd make them huddle up, and then I'd go behind the door and hit a button to start. It was like a radio announcement. So it was the Doors playing a song, and then this guy comes in like he's the news anchor and goes, "We interrupt this program to let you know a guy has escaped from the mental health, and he's killing people with a chainsaw." And then right when that words come out of his mouth, there's a guy outside the window cranking up a chainsaw without the chain, obviously, but and people would lose their mind.
It was so scary.
It was so scary. And I remember taking these girls through there, and they lost it when that guy started up the chainsaw, and there was a side door I could let them escape. So I opened the door and they sprinted down there, and it was crazy. I appreciated that. I enjoyed that so much. That was my favorite time of the year.
Yeah,
so many good people, and we had fun.
And you worked for the rec, you and Mark, and
worked for the rec,
and we lifeguarded at Springville's pool.
Yes. Now remember the girl that worked out. She was from Beauregard, because we met a lot of fun people from Beauregard out there. A lot of families came out there. But what was the girl's name?
Carol Goodman.
Carol Goodman. She was a sweetheart.
I think Carl Barnes was out there with us.
Yeah.
Wasn't Carl with us?
Yes, Carl Barnes was a
lifeguard.
Lifeguard as well. Yep. That's I remember that. That was just fun.
Carol's still in Opelika, and she teaches math at Southern Union.
Oh, wow. Well, it's I remember, like I said, the one time I saved a kid. I never had to do anything, but we would stand on the corner by the pool, swinging our whistles, and another thing we did was tell people stop running in the wet pavement. Stop running, kid. And parents would look at us like we were being mean. But I just remember sneaking into the concession stand, stealing a candy bar every once in a while.
Yeah, a little extra pay there. And that water was so cold, and those kids would just swim in it all day.
Because it was fed by the spring,
all
right?
hours, and they'd be in it. I didn't want to get near it.
No, man. That was such, those are such fun times that we went through. Like I said, that was a fun time. The haunted house was a fun time. The baseball, everything, just such a good time when you're a youth. To be young. That was fun. Just
spending the night at each other's house.
Yes.
I remember not such a great time, but we tried to make it better. When you tore your ACL, your senior year, going into your senior year. I remember my mom cried when I told her.
I cried.
Everybody did. But we snuck pizza and drinks and non-alcoholic drinks into the hospital room. Through the window. I think, didn't somebody sneak in through the window?
Yes, at the hospital.
At the hospital. He was on the first floor.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
And I just remember, because I had to get up early the next morning for my surgery.
Yeah.
And you guys coming in, I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? You guys are crazy. Yeah. I remember that same event, Coach Sawyer and I think Coach Jackson, Mark Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Jackson. They came in to check on me, number one, and they wanted me to record a go get 'em speech on the tape recorder to play for the team. For the game. And I cried like a baby, man. I was so mad because I wanted to play, and it was a tough time. Yeah, it was a tough time, but all the coaches were good to me, man. They were sweethearts.
And I tell people this all the time. I'm a physical therapist, and I was there when he did that, and Dr. Jim Watley did the reconstruction. He's had one of the best, most successful ACL surgeries of anybody I know, really. He's run marathons, half marathons, basketball.
Yeah, I've never had any issues with that. I mean, it's funny because now they scope it. They do what do they do with they scope it.
Arthroscopic.
Arthroscopic, and they do it. They don't even cut you open anymore. But I went through that, and I remember having to wear a whole
back then
cast on me, and I still got that cast.
Really?
I still have it where everybody signed it.
Really?
Yes, it's in my garage, my garage closet in there. I'm like, I
45
can't throw
years
it
ago.
away. Yes, I kept it. Well, it's the top and bottom. They connect together.
Oh, yeah, you split it.
Yeah, and I kept it because it had so many people sign it. I need to dig that out. That would bring back some memories. I'll have to bring that on the next podcast, my cast I had. 'Cause it's a cast that went from my hip to my toes.
Yeah, it was
long. Whenever I took a shower, my dad would have to come in and they would take a garbage bag and strap it with tape around the top so it wouldn't get wet. And I would sit in the tub with my leg hanging out, covered with plastic to clean up. And I was just like, this is so ridiculous, man.
Yeah, that was tough.
Especially now, like I said, they scope it and you're out in the field in 2 weeks.
And you start therapy the next day.
Yes,
I mean, it's so much more accelerated.
Yeah, Mr. Garner is a head physical therapist for
Encore Rehab.
There you go. One of the best in the state.
Yep.
Are they countrywide, nationwide?
Mainly Alabama, all of Alabama, and then part of Mississippi.
Oh, very cool.
More southeast.
Very cool. So, I mean, what some other things we did?
Well, as adults, both of us have been active in hosting or planning our class reunions.
Yep.
With Dee Dee Avery or Dee Dee Jackson, and a little bit of help from Jay Stern, Shannon Sellers.
Yep.
Larry Humphrey. People. Lillian Gibson.
We had a good one a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And people in Opelika didn't show up.
I know it.
So I talked to Steve Jackson. Me and Steve were DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and Steve decided the next time we're doing it, we can do it together. We're going to tag team. He's going to bring his equipment. I'm going to bring mine, and we're going to party. So y'all better be ready. Steve's good buddy.
They always bring the music. They try to make it fun, and he does a great job.
So does Steve. The old school music, man.
We have a great class. People I guess they were just busy that week. But
and then a lot
maybe next time.
With Patty and my wife's, their class reunions, they kind of changed it where they're doing like 2 or 3 classes, like from 80 to 85. Where 82's in there, whatever, what year you graduated, and they combine them, which, I mean, that would be fun. I mean, we knew a lot of the older groups, so we need to do that again. And we probably should try to see if the other groups would do it with us. And me and Steve will still DJ, rock the house.
Well, we had so many, that graduated with us. If everybody came, it would have been a little bit tight, but next time we need to invite the 81s and the 80s and the 83s and 84s.
Yeah.
And just
I mean, Tim Pierce would love that. He dated all the girls that graduated in 86. Tim, just kidding.
They were in kindergarten. I'm just playing. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, sorry, Tim.
Oh, man. But yeah, adult life has been fun. I was in his wedding. He was in mine.
Yes, true. We had some good times. We got kids. You got 4 kids.
Our kids are around the same.
3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Tim has 17 kids. No, I'm kidding.
We watched each other's kids grow up together, and
we did.
We've been through
a lot
trauma with our family passing.
All our parents are gone, passed away, younger than they should have. And, it's been tough. And
his mom was like another mom. If I'd ever had to name a second mom, it would have been Miss Mitchell.
I got to tell you a story. So I remember where I was at school at Troy, and we rented a house together. It was 4 or 5 of us, and we had a phone in the house. We no pay phones back. I mean, only house phone we had in the house we were renting. I'll never forget because I was trying to make sweet tea, and I couldn't. I called your mom, and your mom answered. And I said, "Miss Garner, I'm trying to make sweet tea. Will you help me?" She goes, "I can't believe you're calling me." She was just so sweet.
She was probably so proud.
She remembered that because I saw her at Mr. Pierce's mom's funeral, and she brought that up. She goes, "You remember when you called me to make sweet tea?" Because I didn't know what I was doing. And I said, "Yes, I remember." Because I tried to call my mom, but she was at work or something. She didn't answer, and I said, "Well, I called her next." And it was so funny because she showed me how to make sweet tea.
That's awesome.
And I remember she was just touched that I called her. I said, "Well, you're like my second mom, whatever." So, but that was fun. That was a funny moment at the time with her too. But yeah, man, we've had a great friendship, brother.
Yeah,
great friendship. You inspire me and make me a better man, and hopefully I'm helping you a little bit.
Lots of things.
I know I'm more evil than he is.
No, you're not.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But anyway, thank you for coming down.
Yeah, it's been good.
I really do. I know it's a long drive, so now I'm going to come up there to see you the 1st of May.
Okay.
I'm going to be in Opelika. Any people want to come see me, I'll be at Opelika, Auburn area, May 5th weekend.
Yep.
So come and say hello.
We need to do a little get together.
Yes, we should. I told Steve and a couple other Jay. I was going to see him and Jeffrey Wilson. I'm going to call him. We're going to get together and have lunch or something. But anyway, you guys have a great weekend.
Yeah.
Mr. Garner,
enjoyed it.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
Thanks for coming down. Safe trips.
Love you too.
Done tomorrow.
That's
Thanks, you guys.
Have a good day.
See you.